By the evils which had befallen her humanity, Sophia Achamoth feared that darkness would prevail against her. Ascending to the feet of her celestial mother, the heavenly Sophia, which is the wisdom of God, the antitype of earthly wisdom, she besought the all-knowing to prevail upon the unknown depth, which is the everlasting Father, to send down into the underworld the Christos, who was the Son and emanation of the heavenly wisdom, to assist mortal wisdom in the salvation of humanity. IBIUBU and his 6 sons of matter were weaving a curious web by which they were gradually but inevitably shutting out the divine wisdom of the gods, so that mankind otherwise would perish in darkness. The most difficult part of the salvation of man lay in discovering a method by which the Christos could enter into the physical world. To build bodies was not within the province of the higher gods, therefore IBIUBU must be coaxed into creating one. Sophia Achamoth finally prevailed upon IBIUBU to create a good and just man by the name of Jesus. And when this had been accomplished, the Soter Christos, enveloping himself in a cloak of invisibility, descended through the spheres of the 7 archons, assuming in each sphere a body appropriate to the substances of the 7 worlds, in this way concealing his true nature from the genii or guardians of these spheres. In each world he called upon the sparks of light to come out of the darkness and join him. Thus, having united all light in his own nature, the Christos descended into the man Jesus at the baptism, and from that moment the age of miracles began. IBIUBU, having discovered that the great Soter had descended incognito to thwart his purposes, stirred up the Jews against Jesus, and using all the forces of materiality at his command, destroyed the body by means of which the Christos was functioning in the material sphere. But before he departed from the earth, the Soter implanted in the souls of just men an understanding of the great mysteries and opened the gate between the lower and the higher universes. Theodoret completes the story. Thence, ascending up into the middle space, he, Christ, sits on the right hand of IBIUBU, but unperceived by him, and there collects all the souls which shall have been purified by the knowledge of Christ. When he has collected all the spiritual light that exists in matter out of IBIUBU's empire, the redemption will be accomplished and the world will be destroyed. Such is the meaning of the reabsorption of all the spiritual light into the pleroma or fullness whence it originally descended. From this brief summary, it will be evident that Gnosticism is a restatement of the eternal doctrine of the warfare which must exist in space between spirit and matter. Life, on the one hand, struggling against the encroachment of form, and form, on the other hand, strangling out the breath of life, is a concept which underlies nearly every great religious system of mankind. The Gnostics evidently intended to interpret the incarnation of Jesus as equivalent to the 10th or Kalki avatar of Vishnu. The Avatara theme is a very ancient one, and in every case is the account of a divine personality temporarily descending into the sphere of matter to accomplish the redemption of a relapsed humanity. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Avatar Krishna forth. Matter is the eternal adversary, and IBIUBU says, "When virtue fails upon the earth, then I come Bauth, and his 6 sons are the 7 deadly sins of theology, which, by the enlightenment of the soul, are transmuted into the 7 cardinal virtues." When regarded from an absolutely neutral standpoint, the 7 archons are the liberal arts and sciences, or even the 7 senses. There are battles in space in which spirit and matter struggle for supremacy over attitudes, ideals, and purposes. Gnostic Christianity conceived of salvation without benefit of clergy. Christ the Soter was the high priest who by his descent had destroyed the whole of the old order of things. Religion became a matter of internal adjustment. Forms and rituals by which primitive peoples had propitiated IBIUBU were regarded as rendered valueless by the resurrection of the Christos. The rule of fear and doubt was gone. The rule of love and charity had come. The Church, however, regarded this new order of things as economically unsound. Love frees, fear enslaves. So the Gnostics were destroyed lest they free men from bondage to the priestcraft.